Seattle waterfront. I would say success. There used to be a freeway here, and now you've got this space, but you've also got a very separated space, and this was a lot of money to do that, in the billions. So when you have a lot of money, you can do those things. When you don't have a lot of money, you're doing more of this and working with the community to test out and try what can we do, and then how do we iterate to get to a more capital-intensive, permanent fix. I'll get to your question real quick. This is Pike Place last week, Flower Festival.
Wow.
Cool.
And so this is 10 to 4 closure. And again, test and learn. There's a lot of folks, there are a lot of different needs and desires for the streets. Businesses want their trucks to get in here. Fire emergency needs to get their vehicles in. So I think there's, I would say, a negotiation with lots of the different stakeholders. And this is why we're doing this test and learn. So thank you for that question over there. But what is it, what's going to get this right so that that it works for the businesses, it works for the people obviously coming to shop and experience, and also from a security perspective, that it's safe. So a lot of this is happening because of a perfect storm of lots of different events. The unfortunate event in January 1st in New Orleans sparked across the country. How do we create places like this that are safe? The mayor is saying, hey, we need to make Pike Place as safe as we can. There's the reconstruction happening at Stewart. So I think all of those coming together, there's a time, the community has asked for it. Seattle Neighborhood Greenways did a survey of the businesses. Many of them were open to the idea. So part of this is communication, negotiation. So a lot of design might not be there yet, but I think that will come in time, and being able to apply a lot of the technical things that Tyler was talking about. We've got about 10, 15 more minutes. I want you to get to drawing, but yes, sir, your question.
Yeah, a question for Mr. Wong. Your last slide ended up on speed humps and speed bumps in various forms. And I live on Winona Avenue North, right where it meets Green Lake and the outer loop. And the outer loop two-way bike lanes are a wonderful experience. However, the many cyclists who use Winona Avenue commuting don't have any kind of marked lanes to designate that they even have a reason to exist on that stretch of road to deliver them to the outer loop. And we always wish that there were designated vehicle lanes that were the narrowest possible to visually slow them. And what is there the possibility that speed humps can be put on arterials like that? I've been told that they can't be put on arterials, but that they can be by various designs. What is the
Can I just ask that we get on with the exercise, because there are
I'm
a
sorry.
thousand questions that
We
want
can answer
specific
some
Oh,
questions
I'm
outside,
sorry.
but just to address that.
I guess I didn't know what else.
Yeah, just to answer that really quickly, again, that has to be negotiated. There are a lot of different users of the street. If we did put speed bumps, the freight community would come out and say, oh, you're going to be slowing down our trucks or economy. I'm happy to talk to you about that in more detail.
Okay, I'm sorry.
outside.
I'll bring it off.
We're going to do a little bit of drawing
I'll ask you at
exercise.
once. I'm sorry.
You can work in teams. We've got these little cross sections, and if you want to think about 12, this is 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
And think about how we might be able to make this street and this cross section a little bit safer. I would say radical imagination, radical thinking here. Use a lot of the concepts and ideas that Tyler talked about. There's also a section that is just free and open, where if you want to pick a street on your own, you can go ahead and do that. And then I have a bonus for you if anyone wants to do this on their own. This is my own little sneaky thinking here. If you want to design Pike Place, do that for me. I only have about 20 of these, so feel free to come up and grab the Pike Place one if you want to do that. And I know some of you aren't at a table, so if you want to come pick up, if you want to work on 12 or
Feel free to join another table as well.
9 sheet, do that. And I will pass out pens if you want to take that.
I can have to pass out pens.
And then here's some just kind of minimum dimensions and preferred dimensions and maximum dimensions you really want to think about as you're kind of looking at this. So here's a cross section. You can kind of, you can just kind of, oh, here's a bike lane. You're going to put a person on a bike. Here's a car. So just really think about that. And really, we give you a width. You can kind of try and figure out how much you want to put in there.
Here, but it's not.
It's like,
I guess
Crossing is shorter, maybe slow down the cars.
And then we also have like
My foot started touching.
but like if we had
put them at like I'm saying that also like because this is super steep. Yourself and do it.
Like that does take
or wide enough lane, but if you take all of those together as like a group of like east-west arterials, you can make changes to several of them.
Yeah, but that, like I would like if I was paying for down, I would also.
place.